Hello, welcome to day 7 of the road to teaching. So, various things. Yesterday was my first business day on the road to teaching. So, it's the first Saturday that I've had, which I've dedicated to the business, more or less. Previously, every day was business day. Now it's just Saturday as business day. Sorry about the kettle. And about how I look. Jeez, I don't look amazing, but that's fine. Yeah, so yesterday was business day. I had 2 clients. I already knew both of them, but it was good to get my mind off teaching for a bit and actually teach, because it's going to be very thought heavy to start with. There'll be a lot of, oh god, I've got to do all of these things, I've got to keep those things in my mind and do the teaching at the same time, and then eventually I'll just get into the habit of doing it how I meant to do it, because how I do it here for my self-defense lessons is very different to how it will be in the classroom. And obviously in the classroom there's the teacher's standards and there's the school's policies and all that stuff, as well as the actual act of teaching. Whereas here, if I get the information across in a safe and hopefully fun way, I've done my job. But yeah, that was good. I also had my granddad doing stuff to the car that I use. It's his car technically, but it's like one of the wheel arches was a bit rusted. He called it the wing. Pretty sure it's the wing mirror is the wing, but whatever. So he decided, I'm going to file a bunch of that out and fill it and stuff, and we can paint it. I'm not sure why, because it's probably going to fail its MOT anyway. But oh well. He did that, and I had to help him with some giant stakes, not the meat kind, but like the impale things kind, which were metal, and then they had big wood blocks, and the big wood blocks had sort of rotted, so we were trying to get the metal bits out, so I helped him with that, and pulling nails out of the wood bits as well, so when we burn the wood bits, there's no metal in the ash that we have to worry about clearing up if we put them on the bonfire later this year, because otherwise they'll get in the lawnmower, and that will not be good for anyone. I read one of the 2 documents yesterday that I said I was going to, the normal behaviour policy. Still got to do the COVID behaviour policy. I did some washing, but I put it on the line quite late because I kept forgetting. So I left it out overnight, so it's probably just cold at the moment, so I won't be able to tell if it's dry or not, really, because it will only be damp if it's not dry. So I'm not super worried about that. Student finance, I called them. They said I should get my money on Tuesday, which will mean I should be able to pay all of my bills, hopefully. And I also will then be able to get specific things that I need that were recommended, such as certain vitamin tablets and stuff to prevent illness or help prevent illness. Trainers. I need a new pair of trainers because the ones I've got at the moment are absolutely death traps for my feet and posture. Then what else was there? I know there was. Oh yeah, I need more hot sauce. All sorts of stuff really. It's going to be poor times, but that's okay. I can deal. I've already got 2 Christmas presents out of the way. Oh, yeah. Other than that, yesterday, I, in the evening time, went to the shop, bought a bottle of port and some lemonade, had a bath with a glass of port and lemonade, then I did a face mask for the first time ever. I didn't expect it to actually be like a mask that you put on your face. I thought it'd be like a paste that you then have to peel off. But no, it was like an actual mask, which meant it covered up my beard. But obviously it didn't do much for underneath the beard because it sticks to the skin and it just sort of rests on top of the hair. But it was an interesting experience nonetheless. I don't think my skin has changed in any way, but it was worth it. It came in a care package that I got one of my friends to send me. They like make and sell care packages. So I was like, I'll take one, see what it's all about. I mostly just wanted their scrunchie, which is through in Charlie's room at the moment. But yeah, it's got some other stuff in there. A few stickers, some tea. There was a chocolate bar. I ate that. I know there's more in there, but I can't think off the top of my head right now. I think there's a hot chocolate, which I might have now, actually, as the kettle has been boiled. But yeah, I need to change the time on my watch day, and by the time I mean my alarm time, because they're set still for waking up at 5. And I think last night I didn't have my watch on when I went to sleep. I say last night. When I woke up yesterday, no watch, so it's just my brain. But this morning I did, and it woke me up, and I've turned the watch off because I couldn't be bothered to actually work with turning the alarm off. And I know if you hold the button down, it just turns the watch off. This little button there, kind of hard to see. Button. No, okay. But yeah, I need to do that today. I've got to read the anti-bullying policy and the COVID behavioural update. And then probably email off the questions that I have from those policies. Because that way I don't have to remember them for tomorrow. I can just email them and hope for the best. Other than that, I've got to do twice the amount of skipping today because I forgot to do it yesterday and then I was too tired. So I'll probably do some this morning and some this afternoon. Same with stretching. But I did plenty of Kung Fu practice, which is good. I did some stretching yesterday, but it wasn't my set daily stretches. So if I do some sort of once I've finished recording this and then some after tea or whatever, that should be good. Yeah, I know I have some other stuff to do, but I'm not entirely sure what at the moment. Let's have a look-see. Oh yes, Sword and Shield stuff's this afternoon. I don't think I'm going to be going, to be honest. And what's that? Ebook. I've got to do some work on the ebook that I'm trying to write for Night Self-Defense. Darkness. Redness. Whiteness. Does anyone understand that reference? But what else have I got? Is there anything else on here? If I can find them, I should do some online learning videos from the college, as they were on my weekly tasks, but I couldn't find them, so I should probably have a look for them. This was my face mask thing, by the way. Bamboo fibre sheet mask. I suppose because it said fibre sheet, I should have guessed, but yeah. I have literally no idea. Has a calming and hydrating effect on the skin whilst helping to fight signs of aging. The sea algae extract and glycerin moisturizes and conditions, preventing dryness, leaving skin feeling smoother and softer. If you say so. Personally, I haven't noticed it. But I don't really get dry skin anyway. Perhaps it was just the wrong kind of face mask for me. Oh yeah, I've also got a bin here that I need to sort out, as it's got a lot of stuff in it, and I need to sort out the recycling from the non-recycling in order to properly bin it. Right, wake up, Charles. Morning, Charles. One of my responsibilities this year, doing my best to keep this happy little birdie here alive. He is very old. My granddad says he is the oldest bird in the world, of his, the oldest recorded age for his species. My uncle and aunt disagree because they say that when their daughter was born, they didn't have this bird, who they got when he was sort of a hatchling, I assume. So whilst he is old, he's probably not actually as old as my granddad says. My granddad is suffering from his own age. Right, Charles, do you need your food or water changed? You need a bit more food. But yeah. I also put a question, because this is about my road to teaching, which involves maintaining my own goals, hobbies, etc. My D&D group is still going. They've got a Game of Thrones and a Warhammer game going on. The Warhammer one is actually Dark Heresy, as opposed to Dungeons and Dragons. But whatever, the Game of Thrones one is just D&D, using the themes and stuff of hello, Charlie. Using the themes and whatnot of Game of Thrones and setting it in the Game of Thrones world. So there's no wizards or anything, but I was a warlock, and it was all a bunch of plant-based magic style stuff given to me by the old gods. So I could cast Fireball, because I was I think a fiend warlock. And so to cast Fireball, it was getting a bunch of highly volatile spores, or a mushroom, and throwing it with a bunch of highly volatile spores, which ignite after a brief period of contact with air. So that's what that was. But I'm not in it anymore. I said I'll take the month off of Dungeons and Dragons, as much as it pains me to do so, in order to more properly focus on teacher training and stuff, and my other more productive goals. D&D is the single best thing for me when it comes to relaxing. Not all the time, sometimes there's very stressful encounters or whatever, but for the most part, D&D is my go-to recreational activity, because that's what it is. It is purely recreational. The only reason I do it is because I enjoy it. Whereas Kung Fu, I do it because I enjoy it. It's good exercise. Now I also do it because I want to instruct it one day. All that stuff. But I just do D&D because I love it. It's amazing. It's good fun, and really, what do you want? However, I'm hoping to get back to it next month when things have calmed down. But the whole reason I got onto this tangent is I also asked about MMA gyms, because the one that I found, they're just not replying. So I will be looking for some more. But the dude I contacted about Muay Thai lessons messaged me on Facebook, because I messaged him on Instagram. He didn't know it was me, and said that he does MMA based striking. And I was like, yo, I messaged you about Muay Thai. I still intend to do that, but I'm also looking for joining a team for MMA. And he was like, cool, I'm happy to help on the journey. Jolly good stuff. So when I settle down the schedule a little bit, I'm thinking sort of maybe not next week, but at some point towards the latter half of the following week, I might sort of be settled in enough to say, okay, I would like to book in for this Sunday or this evening or whatever, and then do that, which means I'm not going to have much time for D&D by the time I get back to it because I'm going to be too busy. Because obviously I'm going to have to be in the school from 8 till 4 minimum, Monday to Thursday. Friday I'll be at college for an undisclosed period of time because it can change weekly. Then Saturdays 9 till 9 I'm trying to keep open for clients if I get any. Of course, if I don't have any, then I can use that time for other things, but I try to keep it open in case I do get any. And I've got about 1.5 at the moment. Because one person said that they can do roughly every other week, and the other person effectively said they will come at some point in the future. Everyone else is a bit busy, or not interested enough, or is moving to like up north, because I'm in East Anglia, they're moving to Yorkshire, so it's a bit of a trek there. And some live in Cambridge, which isn't too far, but it's too far for me to travel regularly with my current car situation and finances. So I, out of those 9 hours, 7 of which I can do other stuff with. So if possible, I could get my own training done because all bookings should be done well in advance, like at least a couple days, ideally a week. So I can definitely work with that, hopefully. And then Sundays I should have the Sword and Shield thing when it's available, but other than that, it's free, apart from the fact I should do some work on the ebook, and obviously my dailies of skipping, stretching, kung fu. Whew, this is getting long, so I'm going to go and drink my cup of tea. And actually, it's quite windy, so I might test the clothes on the line as well. But this is day 7, the end of the last full week of the road to teaching. First full week. The light just fully came on, by the way. That's why it's brighter now. Don't worry, you're not seeing things. Yes, I will catch you cats on the flip-flop. Goodbye.